Welcome back to Flexible Dieting Consultants. I'm Asher. This is like the 30th take. This is like the 40th take. God help me get through this. As you can tell by the title of the video, this is going to be a 7-day pantry challenge. So the idea for this was I was trying to figure out, okay, someone who's never done macros before and they're starting up from scratch, how would they go about learning how to do this? And so to make that process a little bit easier, I wanted to get some random foods and show how you could fit those into your macros for a given day, just by how you selected foods. And I sort of thought a fun way to do that would be to just use what I have in my pantry and my refrigerator, which would also be something sort of cost effective and use up a bunch of stuff that's either going to go bad in my refrigerator or stuff in my pantry that has just been sitting in there for months and months and I ought to use instead of buying more carbohydrate sources or fat sources at the grocery store. So that's the first thing. So this is gonna be a 7-day challenge, obviously, but I'm gonna make 7 videos, 1 video for each day, and then sort of on the selfish end of things, I was gonna use this 7-day process as a means to introduce some new equipment. So right now I'm filming on my iMac instead of the iPhone, and then later today I've got a Canon video camcorder arriving from Amazon. And at some point I'll weave that in on a tripod and then handheld and try to use that functionality or that piece of equipment. And then the last one is I wanted to challenge myself to use one new functionality with the editing software each day. So little sort of captions in the bottom with a video or some voice overlay or some subtitles, maybe an intro or maybe some easy listening music in the background. I don't know, but I'm going to challenge myself to do one new thing each day. So I haven't actually looked exactly today what I have in the refrigerator, in the pantry. I think the real challenge of this is going to be getting through the protein source without just drinking protein shakes all day long. So I have enough stuff in the pantry, from carbohydrate and fat sources that I could probably survive a month, hitting my macros. The tough part is going to be my meat sources. So I have like 2 pounds of shredded chicken left over that I made a couple days ago. So that should probably get me through a couple days. I've got 2 1-pound packages of 96% lean beef, I think, in the freezer, if I don't recall, either 1 or 2. And then a couple other things. I think I've got, actually I don't know how many eggs I have, but I think I have at least a dozen. So that could get me through a good part of a day, either stripping out the yolks or eating them whole to hit fat sources. So I think that's going to be the tough thing. So hopefully the last 3 days I'm not just drinking protein shakes for all of my protein. Hopefully I'll be able to include meat. But I think that's really going to be the wrinkle because otherwise I've got plenty. As I said, I got plenty of carbs and fat. I've been tracking macros. This is now my 5th year, so I'm pretty good about figuring out how to weave foods in and out. And then I just thought about this now. I'm going to run out of vegetables probably pretty quickly because I make the micronutrient drinks in the Vitamix. So I may have some Trader Joe's green powder in the refrigerator, which would be great if that's the case, because I could use that to get my micronutrients. So obviously this is flexible dieting. Every meal is not going to be bro anyway, but I do like to get my micronutrients in the form of a smoothie because I've retired from salads at some point during the day, and so I may be out and I may be either eating the green powder stuff from Trader Joe's or maybe sort of not having great micronutrients for a few days. But this is a challenge after all. This is within the sphere of flexible dieting, so we'll make do with what we have.